Billie Joe Armstrong, how are you?
I'm good. It's like that's a crazy question because I think every time we talk to anybody, they ask that, and you're like, "Well, I think I'm doing the same as everybody else is, just sort of locked down and trying to
Yeah.
figure out what the hell's going on with the world." It's just super stressful.
Of course, I went and got that test. I got that antibody test done the other day, and mine came back negative. It was so weird. I was hoping for positive because you're like, oh, if it's positive, then I can give, some of my blood or plasma or whatever they need that helps other people that are fighting off COVID-19 and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. I did the same. I took the test and I'm good.
Well, man, we're so excited you could come on today because this music thing's been fantastic. And some of these songs are just such cool flashbacks. And then when you put your spin on it, it's very, very cool.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I mean, it's like there's such great songs, whether it's like, Tommy James and, well, I got to credit Tiffany also. Yeah, so right. It's been really fun. It's definitely kind of keeping me occupied in a good way.
My personal favorite was That Thing You Do. Because not only is it one of my all-time favorite movies, that song is just so great. And then I read when you said that getting a number one with Green Day is still just as exciting every time. Like that one scene when Liv Tyler starts running down the street when they hear their song on the radio for the first time. It sums it up so nicely.
It should feel like that every time, even though it's not exactly the same, but it's really cool. That's one of my favorite movie moments ever. I mean, even the older I get, the more grateful I become because it's just like I've been doing this for 30 freaking years. So it's like you just gotta like, all right, things are going well. It's all good,
How are the kids doing? Your kids doing well?
They're great. They're doing good. They're healthy. Just kind of hanging out at home, and we're all together. So,
oh, that's cool.
But yeah, Joey and Jacob are doing good. Adrian, everybody's doing well.
Yeah, and you've been married now, because I've been married, I think it's, oh gosh, I just said I think. I hope my wife doesn't hear this. 22 years. And you're married, what, like 25, 26 years?
Yeah, 20 will be, I think it's 26 is coming up in a couple months.
Dude, you're doing the same thing as me. You were sitting there going, I think it's 26 this?
Yeah, I forget my my age now. It's like it starts happening in your late 20s. You're like, how old am I again?
Yeah, exactly. Hey, we had some songs I was going to pitch you. I don't know if you've got all the songs picked out, the covers that you've been releasing here in quarantine and stuff like that. If you got room for any more for me to throw at you.
Yeah.
All right, this may sound funny, but what about something from Starship?
Oh, you mean as in Jefferson Starship? Yeah, I you know what? I'd have to go with like Do You Believe in Love was by Huey Lewis if I'm gonna go Bay Area.
God, that's fantastic. It's so funny because I'm sitting here listening to this music and I'm playing it for my son Colin and stuff. My kid's 12 years old. So when you first came out with I Think We're Alone Now, I was telling Jill, oh, that's Tommy James and the Shondells.
I'm like, no, that's Tiffany.
It's so funny to bring this music and explain this music to people that it's been around for a bit of time and stuff, and your own twist on it. It's been so cool, though.
Oh, thanks. Do you have any more requests? You said one.
Oh, but, no, I did, but it didn't go over so well, so I didn't do any more.
No, I'm down. Go ahead. Give me like.
What about? All right, so this isn't as far back, but what about like Survivor? The other day, we're listening to this up, and High on You came on the radio, and I was like, oh my god, that was such a great song. I mean, obviously, Eye of the Tiger and stuff like that.
Survivor.
But you want to go back further? You want to go back like Huey Lewis?
No. I think maybe like something like maybe like Corey Hart.
Sunglasses at
night.
All right. Yeah. Well, how gutsy are you then? Would you do, instead of Sunglasses at Night, which is the obvious one, would you pull out like a Never Surrender?
That's a great song. That is definitely possible.
Okay, now you're playing with the big boys. Now you got my mind thinking I woke up from my nap here. How about the flip side? God, I think it was the flip side of Sunglasses at Night was Boy in the Box.
I don't know that one.
Pull up your socks, you're the boy in the box.
Are you Canadian?
No. I know, right? Because Corey Hart was. Bryan Adams, go full Canadian. Do Bryan Adams, man. Summer 69.
Yeah. To do that, or like I gotta like get my drum skills up and I can do like Rush.
Dude, 2112, do the whole album.
Oh my god. That would give me literally give me an aneurysm.
All right, so sorry, guys, my last suggestion here. You said drum solo, and I just thought of something, man. What about you just go hard into Genesis and Phil Collins?
Man, you know how to pick them, bro.
Well, I failed so miserably on my first one.
The one that came to my mind was More Than Words by Extreme. Love that song.
Oh, wow. That is a pretty, kind of sounds like Time of Your Life a little bit.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're right. It does. It's got to be so cool to have a song that can be used year after year at graduations and important times in people's life, that it's just one of those songs that just holds such meaning.
I remember being pretty nervous about putting that song out just because everything had been so about like the trio, me and Mike and Trey, and just playing aggressive punk rock music. And then I was like, well, I had that song, and I kind of felt like I was pretty out on Broadway. I remember like the first time I ever played it live, and we had a crazy show, and I think it was in like Philadelphia or something, and it was just, Pitt was just like going off, and then we went off stage, and then I came out for an encore. I literally, right before I went out, I chugged a beer just so I could like get the nerve to go out and do this by myself. So it was, I'm going up pretty good.
Yeah, exactly. We're talking to Billie Joe Armstrong from Green Day. So did I read that you want to get into more acting and stuff, and you want to do a soap opera?
I'd love to do a soap opera. Young and the Restless, or Poor and the Useless. Anyway, anyone. I think it would be really fun.
Did you grow up with soap operas? What was the attraction to soap operas?
My family, like my sisters used to watch them.
Yeah.
And like, they would tape them, like on a VHS tape, and when they got home from school, they could see them. So it was, I think it was just always something that like, it was, be campy and kind of fun.
It was funny for me, my sisters and my mom, because I was the only boy in the family, they would always watch General Hospital at 3:00 when I got home from school. So it was all Port Charles and the Cassadines and Luke and Laura. And
I need to have a Luke and Laura moment.
Right?
Today's Luke and Laura. Yeah, I just need a Laura.
That could, and then you could work on Christopher Cross's Sailing, because I think they used that with Luke and Laura back in the day.
Yeah. Well, wasn't Rick Springfield on General Hospital?
Yes. There you go. Jesse's Girl, Don't Talk to Stranger. He played, you ready for this? Let's see how good you are. He played Dr. Noah.
No, I can't.
Dr. Noah Drake. I had a very strange childhood.
Ricky Springfield, buddy of mine.
Yeah. Oh, we're so tight. Man, this has been so much fun chatting with you. I'm so glad your family's doing well. So glad you're doing well.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it's been a crazy time, but I think my family is we've become very tight. So It's been really good.
And you've got the tour on hold until 2021, it looks like, the summer of 2021.
We're postponing everything to 2021. And so it's like everybody should just hold tight, hold their tickets tight, and we'll be able to come back around and hug and kiss again.
It'll be worth the wait.
Do we know what you're releasing on Monday? What song you're putting out?
I got to get to it like right now. I'm like, so I'm literally probably after this conversation, I got to start working on something.
Okay.
So it's all spontaneous. So maybe Fox on the Run.
Yeah.
Maybe Survivor. Maybe Corey Hart.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Genesis.
Yeah. If that happened, I'd literally pee my pants, because I would have claimed that I had something to do with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you could pee your pants anyway, but I'm down.
That's quarantine for you. Billie Joe, thank you very much, man. Please take care of yourself. Our best to your family, okay?
All right, you too. Take care, guys.